I'm Dan Knott. This is the 11th.
Learned how to fly helicopters for the Army and served in the military for 22 years. Overall experience in the military was absolutely amazing. Even the bad days were still just amazing. After probably about 4 years of combat time and deployments to and from Afghanistan, Iraq, I was burnt out, and I was actually selected for my dream assignment, which was an Apache battalion. I made the decision to decline command, which was essentially, you're going to retire. The biggest concern as I was getting out of the military was trying to find a sense of purpose. And I think I struggled with that for several years after I got out. If you don't have that and you can't find it, it can really drive you down the road of a very dark path. And sometimes you have to travel that dark road to get you to where you're supposed to be, which is now my new life purpose, helping other people not get to that low point. When I retired, I wanted to do something totally different. And I think a lot of it was a fear that my mentality and what I had experienced in the military might not allow me to relate to civilians, to people that I was going to work around. I had a neighbor one time tell me that nobody's life should be as stressful as his, because a chiller had gone out at the grocery store that he worked at. And I realized right at that moment, when a sense of kind of anger came over me with that statement, that it's hard to find a way to understand what people were going through that haven't experienced military life. But I found that a lot of the watermen I work around, even if they aren't veterans, we have a very similar mentality. And the skills that the military helped me with were really the problem solving, and then just the not having any fear of the unknown. I had a lot of people telling me that it was a very difficult field to get into, that you wouldn't be accepted, and it would be a really hard transition. And I found that that was just the opposite. When I went through the transition process, I actually worked up until probably 3 weeks prior to actually getting out, and really did not take the time, nor did I have the time afforded to me to actually work on my transition classes. It became just a burden, and now the transition process has absolutely changed. And so I do feel the military has done a tremendous job recently at helping guys transition out. The biggest advice I could give somebody that's transitioning out of the military is do something you love doing. What brings you joy and happiness? If you can find something you love doing, do it.